Berlin, Germany, November 1923. A simple loaf of bread costs 200 billion marks. Your life savings, held in German marks, can't even buy a meal. In just 5 years, a once stable currency turned into worthless paper. But some families made it through. A few even came out stronger. They didn't predict the crisis. They followed proven principles that hold up in any collapse, no matter the era, the country, or the trigger. Fast forward to Argentina, 2001. Banks shut down overnight. The government froze accounts and forced dollar savings into pesos at an unfair rate. People lost au bare 66% of their wealth in days. Yet again, those who followed the same core principles survived. Today, in America-led 2025, our national debt has climbed to around $38 trillion. The dollar has lost over 96% of its purchasing power since 1913. Household debt sits at a record $18.59 trillion. We're seeing the same warning signs that appeared before every major currency crisis in history. When the next downturn hits, whether in a few years or a decade, these principles will separate those who preserve their wealth from those who lose it all. This isn't about chasing quick riches. It's about protecting what you've built. In every collapse, the majority lose everything, not because they're foolish, but because they rely on strategies that shine in good times and crumble in bad ones. Here are 5 financial principles that have proven themselves through centuries of crises. We'll look at why they endure, real historical proof, and how you can apply them today. First, understand the difference between principles and tactics. Tactics are specific moves like buy gold or invest in index funds. They can work or backfire, depending on timing and circumstances. Principles are deeper truths that stand the test of time, whether money is gold, paper, or digital. They worked in ancient Rome. They worked in Weimar Germany. They'll work here. Principle 1. Tangible assets endure, paper claims vanish. Real, physical assets hold intrinsic value. Paper assets, they're just promises that governments, banks, or markets might not keep when things fall apart. In Weimar Germany, 1918 to 1923, bank savings in marks went from wealthy to worthless. As hyperinflation hit, but owners of land, buildings, or farms kept their real wealth. A farm produced the same crops, fed the same families, its true value unchanged. In Zimbabwe's 2008 crisis, monthly inflation peaked at an estimated 79.6 billion%. Paper money became kindling, but farmland and livestock retained utility and value. In Argentina's 2001-2002 meltdown, dollar accounts were forcibly converted to devalued peso. Savers lost 2/3 overnight. Physical assets like property stayed intact. Today in the U.S., most wealth is in paper, stocks, bonds, 401(k)s bank accounts. These are claims on future performance. In normal times, they deliver. In a severe crisis and bank strain, markets freeze or contracts go unenforced. Those claims can evaporate. Tangible assets like real estate, precious metals, or productive land, they remain real. Principle 2. Prioritize productive assets over speculative ones. Productive assets create ongoing value: food, income, shelter regardless of market sentiment. Speculative assets only pay off if someone else buys them higher. During the Great Depression 1929 to 1933, the stock market plunged nearly 89% from peak to speculators got wiped out. But owners of farms, rental homes, or small businesses kept generating a farm fed its family and sold surplus, even as prices dropped. In Venezuela's recent turmoil, the local stock index soared in nominal terms, but inflation erased 99.9% of the currency's value. Government bonds defaulted to zero. Yet small farms, shops, and service businesses provided real goods people needed. In 2025, America, much wealth chases speculation, high-flying stocks, crypto, or flip properties. Productive assets, things like income-generating farmland, debt-free rentals, or businesses making everyday necessities. When buyers disappear in a crunch, speculation crashes. Production keeps delivering. Principle 4. Practical skills are the ultimate unconfiscatable wealth. Governments can seize land, tax gold, inflate cash, nationalize businesses. But knowledge in your head. During the Holocaust, many lost everything but skilled doctors, trades, and engineers bartered services for survival and rebuilt later. In the Soviet collapse 1917 to 1920s, aristocrats with vast estates starved of funds. Skilled workers found demand even under the new regime. Vietnamese refugees fleeing in 1975 arrived penniless, but those with trades mechanics. Doctors thrived fastest in new lands. In 2025, America, wealth is tied to fragile systems, apps, offices, global supply chains, practical skills growing food, repairing machines, basic medicine, building produce value anywhere, anytime. They're recession-proof and portable. Principle 5. Strong community ties outlast failing institutions. When banks close, governments falter, and supply chains break. Formal systems collapse, but trusted local relationships endure. Soviet Union 1991 to 1998. Currency worthless, stores empty. Families, neighbors, and communities shared, bartered, and protected each other. Those embedded in networks survived best. Isolated urbanites struggled. Argentina 2001. Neighborhood groups formed for barter, security, and mutual aid, stepping in where government failed. Lebanon today, family and community networks provide essentials amid banking chaos. In modern America, where heavily institutional banks, big retailers, distant police, but often isolated locally. That's vulnerable. Build relationships now. Know neighbors. Join community groups. Support local producers. When trust in big systems erodes, local trust becomes priceless. These 5 principles: tangible assets, productive over speculative, zero debt, skills, community aren't flashy, but they've preserved wealth through Rome's fall, Weimar's hyperinflation, Argentina's freeze, and more. They work in stable times too. Tangible assets hedge inflation, productive ones generate cash flow. No debt builds security. Skills boost earnings. Networks enrich life. The trap: waiting for perfect signals. Crises rarely announce arrival. By the time it's obvious, options narrow. Position with principles nod, you're covered either way. Human nature hasn't changed. Math hasn't changed. Excess debt and money creation lead to resets. These patterns repeat. Prepare with what history proves works. If this resonates, principles over hype, timeless protection over timing, the market stick around. Next time, we'll cover practical steps for 2025. Smart, tangible options in a digital world. Productive ideas that fit today. Detraduction strategies. High-value skills. And building real community in a disconnected society. Principles guide the why. Tactics handle the how. The window to act is open now. Will you step through? And if you're ready for more timeless advice like this, subscribe to the channel right now. Won't want to miss what's coming.